Let's rock.
Welcome to Duke It Out in DC. I'm cKnoor, but you already know that. And this is, well, Duke It Out in DC. I'm repeating myself already, that's awesome. In any case, this is the first ever official commercial add-on pack released for Duke Nukem 3D out of, well, 3 add-ons kinda, and then 2 more that added just more stuff. But this was the first one, and it's kind of awesome. It's made by the same guy and released by the same studio that made Duke Caribbean Life's a Beach. But this is the first one he made, and I think... Ah, you didn't die, you bastard. There is some backstory here, which is basically the president has been kidnapped, and in this case the president is Bill Clinton, or someone that looks very much like him. Oh, fuck me, I'm gonna die already, that's bad. I am kind of rusty, to be honest. I haven't played in about a month because I like to record stuff in advance since I only post once a week. Stuff tends to, well, I'm sure I'll get better later on. Maybe. As you can see, there's not, compared to Duke Caribbean, which had like swaps and a new monster and stuff like that, the weapons look different. That's not the case here. You're actually Duke Nukem. I think you're... How do I activate this thing? Ah, fuck, I can't even remember. Never mind. It would be good to know though, so I should probably try and figure out, because I want to press this thing.
Looks like I have the call.
Hey, our alien enforcers that weren't in the other game, in Duke Caribbean, because they were swapped for the something. No, they weren't swapped, I'm lying. They just weren't around. In any case, back to the story. Bill Clinton has been kidnapped, so we need to go find him. And I think this add-on was made, like, the first map was made for some mapping competition, and then the guy that won got bought up by, rather he was hired by Sunstorm Interactive to produce this game for them, which he did. And it was like one of the first really, well, as I said, the first commercial add-ons. And what really what was really awesome at the time, if you were any kind of Duke freak, was that it had a whole bunch. It's got a lot of custom textures, like a whole bunch, which was not something you saw much around these days. I can't get through here because I need a handprint, and I can't get through there, so we are going in here before going downstairs. Whoa! In any case, like I said, one dude did the whole thing, and this is the one. This is probably the best map. It's also the one map that was released in a demo. So you can't get up there, by the way. I'm just cheesing it. So they showed this off. It was shareware, I think, or something, and everyone that played it was like, "Oh my god!" And it's kind of, it's like real life. Not to say that like the old Duke Nukem levels were cartoony. They weren't. They were just a bit more fantastic in a way. Not that this in any way mimics what the real White House looks like. It's just that this, and most of this map pack in fact, has more of a feel that these are actual, like, not the locations they're supposed to be, surely, but at least the maps have been designed with some kind of function in mind. Like, okay, here's a conference room. Yes, that seems plausible in the White House. And I think one of these is a door. Yes. So you were kind of amazed by stuff like that. Like, someone's actually thought about this rather than go, well, it would be fun to have a porn store here, so we should probably do that. Or This map is kind of crap. How about we put a porn studio somewhere in here, like they did with XXX Tracy and stuff like that. I think you can see the you get the same sense kinda in the see, this was the, yeah, we went in the back way. You get kind of the same sense of the level design in the Caribbean, that it kinda makes sense, at least some of it. This part logistically doesn't really make sense, since we are now in the presidential escape tunnel under the White House. Since assuming the aliens invaded Earth and tried to kidnap the president, so this would be where he'd go. But instead of finding the president, we find some octobrains and a blue key card. And also an earthquake, which kind of makes no sense, but there you go, that's Duke Nukem 3D for you. So yeah, nothing more to do here, because I think the reasoning is that the earthquake stopped us or something. Also, it's not our place to actually escape. We're here to find the president, and he's not around. But now we finally have the blue key card, so we can go into this open door over here. I should probably save, but I don't really wanna. So I'm just gonna try and stay calm and collected. And this is actually the Oval Office, which looks much bigger than it does in all movies I've ever seen. All the Oval Office and pictures. But there you go. And the president has a small globe of the Earth on his office, and that's all. And also a red phone. None of them work. And this looks suspicious. All that stuff I said about the map design actually making sense, I guess we can disregard that after this part here. Seeing as it's kind of silly to assume that the president either has really long fucking arms, or, yeah, okay. This is also some kind of weird... It's not a weird map glitch, because it's not a map glitch. It's just how the build engine works. You don't grab stuff as soon as you see them. You can grab them before, and since this red key card was, like, down here, it was lowered to the ground. As soon as I went next to it, I actually picked it up before seeing it. It threw me for a loop, like the first time I did this. Speaking of the first time I did this, as in playing Duke Nukem 3D and not sexual innuendos, I've actually played through this map pack before, or add-on. I mean, the last one, Duke Caribbean, that was pretty much blind. This I've actually beaten once, a whole bunch of years back, which is why I'm also standing around here and being hesitant, because I know that that is the end of the level, and we're done for now. So, yeah, I guess it's good to be back, and we'll have a whole bunch of really freakingly humongous levels that I'm gonna get lost in to look forward to. So, I'll see you on the next episode.